So today we're going to talk about the world that is upside down. Now, I got a new little tattoo right over there, and it's basically just my ring, my wedding ring, and also my wife's wedding ring. And we kind of, melted these two together and put them on my arm. So now they're also there. Plus, if you know me, you know that I quite like ink, and I'm definitely going to fill up this arm and potentially my right leg as well. But today I want to talk about the world that is upside down, things that I'm not saying I'm an expert on life and the world, but it's just things that I've been noticing lately in my last 33 years. All right, so I'm going to get straight into it. So everything I have always dreamt of achieving, right? Everything that I've always dreamt of, I achieved. Like everything as a kid, coming from a very small town, I was just wanting to play rugby professionally. That was a big thing, and I really, like dreamt of it, and I really thought like that's what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. And you know what? I manifested that, and then eventually I did play professional rugby. But of course, I got a knee injury, so that didn't work. But as soon as it stopped, I already had another dream because we shouldn't stand still on one dream. If it fails, we just keep going, right? So I had a dream of something else, and that was modeling. And I started modeling, and I dreamt of traveling the world and modeling and meeting people and just getting out of South Africa. And I did that for 4.5 years. I traveled the world. I met people, and I learned a few things. And I always wanted to act. All right, I wanted to act. I wanted to be a movie star, and I got that. I've got a movie that's coming out in February. I did a few series here in South Africa, in Afrikaans. I also did a short film now in English. So I kind of got the gist of that. So I would say I've achieved everything that I at least set out for. It's not like I technically said I wanted to be the best rugby player, because then obviously I wouldn't have achieved it, because there are really good rugby players out there. But I said I wanted to play professional. I said I wanted to be a model, and I said I wanted to be an actor, which I have been. So the reason why I said the world is upside down is because I've achieved all these things, yet nothing or everything that I've achieved wasn't exactly what I expected. It was a little bit, how can I say, different. It was different to the way I had it in my head. Now, it doesn't mean it was bad or it was wrong, but there's certain things that you don't know. It's just the good stuff that you visualize, right? You're not thinking, if you were a kid thinking you're going to a birthday party or something, you only think, games, hot dogs, fun, sweets, all those type of things. You don't think about, it could potentially rain that day and then they have to cancel the party. Or that's not even in your mind. You don't even think about stuff like that. So as an adult, you obviously have these dreams and you think of all the good things and they pop up in your head. But when you get there, all those little cracks come through. Now, I'm not going to go into detail of how it's not the same, but I can tell you one thing is that, every single thing that you dream about or that you hope for, you can get. But I just want you to know that when you do get it, don't expect it to be exactly what you thought it would be. You know that saying where they say, be careful what you wish for, because you might get it. It's kind of in that way. But regardless of that, still chase your dreams. You can make it happen. There are a lot of good that came from it. The same way I've visualized to be, a YouTuber. Let's use that for an example, because that's easier to explain. I thought, okay, cool, YouTuber, let's go. But I thought you just, film a few videos and you do a few podcasts and then boom, that's it. You're a YouTuber, right? But there's a lot of work that goes into it. There's a lot of equipment that needs to be bought. There's a lot of money needs to be spent, time, preparation, things like that needs to be done in order to get to, where you want to be. And all of this takes time and money and patience and a lot of hard work. So that's the stuff that I didn't think about. So chase your dream, but just know certain things are going to happen. Now, I want to talk about how in that, when I said I manifested all these things, I want to talk about the law of attraction, which is real. All right, it is real, and I believe in it. And the reason why is because I have physically done this so many times. Whether it's small things where I manifested I don't know, a certain woman that I meet, or a certain car that I drive, or a certain house, or certain things like that, or the big things where it's like career-wise, and I will be in a movie. I mean, literally last year I was at a movie festival, and I was just there as a guest, but I told myself and I told everyone, I physically spoke it out, and I said, listen, guys, I'm going to be here next year, but it will be because I shot a movie. And I was there because I shot a movie, and it premiered. So it's crazy how it works, and I will never really deviate from saying that it is false, because I think that is true. But anyway, the reason why I say the world is upside down, in social media at the moment, what I'm seeing is the fact that the things that basically why I'm talking about this is, before you had these thoughts of things, of the future and your dreams, and then you get there and, oh, it's not real, okay, or it's not the same. Where now it's the same with social media. Now you can actually see it. It's not just in your head. You can see these things on social media. But I'm telling you, it is not 100% real. People are a little fake. They over-explain themselves. The same way I can tell you now that, I'm sitting here. Let me tell you how to make $10,000 a month. I can't tell you that, because physically at this moment I'm not making $10,000 a month. So how can I say that? Now, I'm not saying that the guys that tell you how to do it they don't make that money. It's just you need to be realistic in a way that not everyone can just make that with some advice that you give. It is possible to make that type of money, but it's going to take, again, time, work, all sorts of things. There's a lot of variables that play a role. And if someone can actually tell you that, rather than saying, let's make 10,000, maybe explain to us how to make one, And I feel like that's, people click on those things and they get led by, these big YouTubers and social media influencers. And in a way, it kind of hurts them, because they will try and use the advice, but then not get there, and then feel like a loser. They'll feel like they can't do it. This guy said you can, but I couldn't do it. And I want to stop that. I want to stop people from doing that. Because, like I said, if I do make $10,000 a month, I will tell you how I did it. And hopefully that will teach you and show you how you can do it too. The same way I'm doing a body transformation at the moment. It's day 230 out of 375. After the 365 days, I can tell you exactly, this is how you could start. This is how you will finish. This is what I did throughout the days. And this is my advice, and it's realistic. And again, in social media, like, people are just, I don't know, I feel like being real is going to benefit you in the long run. It's going to benefit you in the long run, because you never have to change. You can sustain it for a long period of time. Being a little bit of fake, being, putting out these crazy thumbnails and topics and things out there is going to bite you in the ass. Because you won't be able to sustain that. What's next? How to make $200,000 a month just to get a clickbait? You have to be realistic, and your life has to show that as well. And you have to be friendly and kind and things like that. Like, people see through your personality, okay? So I think just being real is going to help you in the long run. But that is why I say the world is upside down. And then the last thing is... It's quite funny, but, the words or the saying that they say, YOLO, you only live once. I think once you realize that, there's no need to be, fake. There's no need to be or pretend that you're anyone else, because before you were born, you were nothing, and eventually you will die, and then you will maybe be remembered for a week or two, a month, maybe a year, but that's it, So why not use the time that you have? Let's say it's 100, which I hope we all get to. Use that time to do the best that we possibly can. you know, whether it's making YouTube videos or doing well at your job, spending time in your relationships, having as much fun as you can, going out, you know, spending some of your money and not just saving every single thing, but also, you know, consciously knowing that I can't just waste money, but, you know, trying to have fun, try and do the things that make you feel happy, because if you constantly do the stuff that don't, pursuing something that you might think is real, see, because that's where it all comes down to. You have this vision of all these things that is a dream and that you see on social media, and you save money, you maybe expend money, you maybe waste money, you do all sorts of things to get that, and then, you know, because to be honest, I think you will get it. If that is what you want, you will get it, but it's not going to be what you thought, and then you potentially might be sad or not, how can I say, not satisfied with the result, and then you've wasted 4 years, for instance, or at least not wasted, but you didn't enjoy the 4 years. Rather do something that you love, and if you love it, you're going to enjoy it, you're going to be passionate about it, people will see it, they'll get inspired, they'll get motivated, they'll follow you, and because of that, you actually, you know, reach higher goals, if that makes any sense. So, just wanted to say that the world is a little bit upside down, but it's okay. It's not the end of the world, which is cool. You still have lots of time. If you're listening to this or watching this and you're 16, 17, you've got a lot of time. And if you're my age, 33, this is also just the beginning. I think our brains are kind of like set to start working now. You know, at this age, some of you might have kids already. I'm married, so you have some sort of dependent. So life is a little different, and you can pursue and chase things with a different sense of passion or purpose. So, and if you're older, 50, 60, like I said before, I'm going to be real, I don't know. I don't know necessarily how you feel, but what I can tell you, what I can think, and how I can sympathize with that fact, because my father's 65, and he's also keen on starting his own business. And I don't say, no, you're too old. I don't do that. I tell him that, you know, Colonel Sanders from KFC, he literally made KFC when he was 65. So I'm not saying that he'll have that type of success, but, you know, anything that you pursue at any age, especially nowadays in our lifetime, you could make a success from it, you know, but you just need to be willing to work at it every single day and find something you love so that you don't give up. That's my little 2 cents today. I hope you enjoyed it. And wait, let me just at least take my shirt off here. Yeah, see, looking good. 3 things. Try and get or work on your body. That's going to help you with your mind, because it takes a lot of discipline to do that. And read a lot of books, right there. Try and educate yourself and practice gratitude. Just be thankful for being alive, mate. Just be thankful for having a wife, having a mother, you know. And if unfortunately, in the unfortunate time when you potentially don't have parents, or you lost a parent, or you're not married and someone broke up with you, or you got divorced, you know, there's still a lot to be grateful for. You know, all of these people, my wife, my pets, my parents, everyone, it's just borrowed time. You know what I mean? So whatever time you have with those people, make the best out of it. Anyway, I'm babbling, I'm not going too far. I should make another video on that. Have a beautiful day. We'll chat soon. Cheers.